We are live. Good morning, afternoon, or evening, everybody, depending on what time zone you're in, and welcome aboard. Really glad to have you all here. And we have a nice crowd building up today. Craig, Patricia, Mario, Marta, glad you're here. Bill, Larry, Sue, awesome guys. And I know there's more of you. Chris Schaus, you're running off the bottom of the page. I can't keep up with you. So fantastic. Who did I miss? Richard's there. Laura's there. Awesome. Hey, and as you know, we have an awesome guest. I am so excited. And Daniel and I have been chatting for the last several minutes. Daniel's been here, and we've been chatting a little bit about where we're going and what we want to do. But I want to bring Daniel out right away. As you know, Daniel is the Chief Communications Officer of Asante Organics. And today's session is going to be a little bit about it's going to start with a little of get to know Daniel. Who is this guy? What's he doing? How did he get there? Where are we going? So without belabored anymore, let's get Daniel out here, because that's who you came to see. You didn't come to listen to me. Daniel, thank you, my friend. Welcome aboard.
Thank you very much, Len. It's absolutely my pleasure to be on your show today. So a little bit about myself. My brother and I were born in Wisconsin, raised in actually a very low income, I wouldn't say poor, but very low income family. We played music from a very young age on, and played out almost every single weekend. At age 18, I was introduced to network marketing. I was taken to a meeting, and I seen people on stage at the time making $30,000, $40,000 a month just by selling products that people used every single day. And I said, I'm in. And about a week later, I signed my brother up, and the rest is history. We became six-figure a month income earners in that company. And long story short, here we are today with Asante Organics, the first company in the world that makes everything you and your loved ones use every single day, 100% chemical-free and certified organics. So, it's a pleasure to be here, and a great opportunity for everyone that's aboard. And any questions I can answer, any topic you'd like to talk to, it'd be absolutely my pleasure.
Let me go back to the music for a second, because I have a personal interest in that. I was in music ever since I was in fourth grade myself. So what you started playing? You started playing drums?
Started playing drums probably about 4 years old, and believe it or not, by age 7, we were doing live shows. I kind of was raised in a Partridge Family type atmosphere. My mother played accordion and keyboards. My father played trumpet. I played drums, and my brother Michael played guitar. And we were doing live shows like weddings, Christmas parties, anniversary parties. When I was 7, Mike was like 11. So we've been playing out from a very young age in the family band. And then when I turned about 17, 18, Mike and I went off on our own because, it wasn't too cool to be playing with your mom and dad, when you're younger like that. So we started a country western, country rock band, played country for a little bit, and then went to top 40 and played in the top 40 band. And then the last band we were in was Fox, F-O-X-X, which was not heavy metal, but rock and roll, so in the 80s rock. So
what made you quit music, or did you really? You didn't really quit it. Are you still playing? You guys?
Well, no. Unfortunately, I played 25 years, and I developed a very severe case of tinnitus, which is ringing in the ears. Most people, 90% of people that have tinnitus, got it from long-term noise exposure. Some people from working in a factory for many years, not wearing earplugs. I'm 52. This is 20, 30 years ago, and I started very young, so more than that, and never wore earplugs, not knowing I was damaging the hair cells in my cochlea, which over time gave me this permanent ringing. So that's why I stopped playing, to be honest with you. I have a real severe ringing in my ears as I speak. I use a masking device to sleep. I developed a masking unit. I own a medical device company as well. I developed it for myself first and foremost because I wasn't able to sleep. It was a terrible time in my life about 13, 14 years ago. So I hired a team of engineers and developed looks like a little hearing aid, but it's actually a masking device for people that have tinnitus. So I sell them really all around the world from my website, and audiologists buy them from me. So it's my way of trying to help people that suffer from what I have, because there is no cure. It's a very different disorder where people don't really understand what you're going through because they don't hear it. But when you have a gym teacher blowing a whistle and you're 24/7, it can drive you bonkers, you know. So, yeah, that's why I stopped playing. I got very severe tinnitus, so I had to, because it can get worse if you keep exposing yourself to loud noises or sounds. You know, it can get worse and worse and worse. So I stopped playing.
Yeah, Michael wears that too, doesn't he?
He doesn't wear the mask. He's got tinnitus, but he doesn't have nothing close to what I have. But I see one of the leading specialists in the world. His name's Dr. Michael Robb, and he practices here in Phoenix, but he's people flying from all over the country to see him, and unfortunately says that I have the worst case out of all his patients. So I have very, very chronic, severe tinnitus, and you wouldn't know it. I try to put a smile on every face, but, you know, a lot of times it's a struggle for me to get through the day, to be quite honest. So
that's an amazing story. And, you know, to me, that's such a powerful story too, because it's, once again, it's overcoming problems, issues,
absolutely,
complications, having the will to persevere, to keep going.
No, absolutely. You know, there's days it's hard for me to roll out of bed. I don't sleep good at night. You know, I wear a masking device to help me sleep that emits like an ocean breeze-like sound, because it's easier to sleep to an ocean breeze-like sound. The brain can habituate to that and sleep better than it is to, like I said, a gym teacher blowing a whistle in your ear. It's almost impossible for me to sleep without my masking device. And so, yeah, it's a challenge, but, you know, we all have, you know, our health issues one way or the other, and I'm healthy as an ox all the way around, other than from playing music for 25 years in huge venues and stadiums and not wearing earplugs. I damaged my ears, where at this time there is no operation or cure, so you have to just live with it, basically. And that's what the doctors tell you, you know, get used to it, and, you know, we don't have anything we can do for you. So, but
to me, again, I sort of said it, but I want to say it again. This is such a powerful message to the audience, because we have people in the audience that have complications in their life, physical complications, and having the willpower, the perseverance to overcome those and to rise to the top the way you have is remarkable.
Well, thank you. And, you know, anybody, you know, it's all about willpower. You know, like you said, most of us all have challenges one way or the other, and obstacles in our lives, and it's just how you overcome those obstacles and how you deal with them. And you know, everybody's life is in their own hands as far as their success and what they do, whether it's personally, financially. So, you know, you make the best of it. You know, we only get one shot on this earth, and you try to do your best and do your best to help others as well. And that's what I try to do every day, to be quite honest.
Now, you can't see the chat, unfortunately. For some reason, Daniel cannot see the chat. We're not sure why. You know, you know how it goes. Webinars on air, every now and then it has a little glitch in it. Christy says, Mr. Daniel, we are so blessed that you have the persevering spirit you continually display through you. That's we got a lot of really positive comments coming through the chat.
I appreciate that.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
I said I appreciate that very much.
And by the way, ladies and gentlemen out there in chat land, if anybody wants to come over and interact with us personally, come across, you've got some questions for Daniel, and what do you like to be called?
Daniel's fine. That's fine.
Okay. If any of you want to come across and interact and be part of the show, you're certainly welcome to. I'll bring anybody over who raises their hand and lets me know you'd like to come across. Well, I don't know. Maybe I wouldn't bring Larry. We'd have to think about that. But anyhow, seriously, anybody who wants to come over, let me know. Let me know in the chat. So leaving the music behind, then you started into network marketing. And how did that become Asante?
Well, actually, I was doing. I played music while I was in networking. I was 18 years old, right out of high school, and I was taken to my first meeting to the company that I joined and did very well in, and you know, did it for many years. We had personal care products in that company, but many years ago, my brother Michael created an all-natural weight loss energy lollipop. Okay, a weight loss energy, a formula in the form of a lollipop, which everyone knows as the Power Pops. And, you know, we started a company with just really one product, the Power Pops. And we're plugging along, growing at, slowly every year, growing. Well, one day, Howard Stern used to have his own talk show on the radio. And then he got booted off because of foul language, and that's when he went to the satellite so he could use his foul language. And Adam Carolla took over the talk show, so it was the Adam Carolla talk show. Well, one day, Vinny from The Sopranos was on at the Adam Carolla talk show. And Adam Carolla says to Vinny, "Geez, Vinny, you lost quite a bit of weight." He goes, "Yeah, I did." He goes, "Well, how'd you do it?" He says, "Well, Adam, I knew that I needed to lose some weight. So I went online and I was dinging around looking for weight loss products. And I found these guys in Arizona that make this all natural weight loss energy lollipop. Supposedly all I have to do is have one a half hour before each meal with a small glass of water to activate the ingredients because your body doesn't have enough saliva to do so. I don't have to change what I eat or exercise, and I'll lose weight with a 100% money back guarantee." And here I am 80 pounds later. Boom. The phones just blew up from Hollywood. That's Extra TV, Good Morning America. We've received more global media attention, and I'm not talking local magazines or local TV stations. I'm talking the doctors, Good Morning America. We've been on Extra TV, 7, 8 times, maybe even more, for a product unsolicited. We didn't pay a penny. We're in People magazine, Us magazine. These are magazines sold around the world. TV shows watched around the world. Never in history has a company ever got that much global media attention without paying a penny for it just because their product worked. So we ended up selling over 41 million Power Pops.
Wow.
So, yeah. So our patents are worth millions alone. Now, Michael and I could have just retired. Financially, we've made plenty of money. But we recognized a horrific global problem many years ago, back in like 07, 08, which is over 7 billion people in the world. And I don't care where you live in the world. I don't care if you make $10,000 a year, if you make $10 million a year, or anywhere in between. 9 out of 10 people wake up every morning, they stretch and they yawn, they get in the shower and they flip it on and they take a shower, do their thing. Shower gels, shampoo, conditioner. They get out, dry off, put their lotion on, go to the sink, brush their teeth, deodorant. Before they leave their house, they put approximately 150 toxic chemicals, not only into themselves, but into their loved ones, their children. And not chemicals linked to skin or eye irritation. Chemicals directly linked to causing cancer, neurotoxicity like Alzheimer's, dementia, autism. By 2025, 9 years from now, 1 out of 2 children will be born autistic. And they're linking that back to the chemicals in your personal care products. 1 out of 2 women will get breast cancer before they die. Again, studies out there linking it to the chemicals, parabens and phenoxyethanols, those 2 chemicals found in 98% of breast cancer patients, both proven carcinogens, proven to cause cancer when put in the body. So we recognized a horrific global problem and said, you know what? Let's do something about it. And Asante Organics was born. It took many, many years and a lot of money to develop this product line. We started with the basics: shower gel, shampoo, conditioner, things people use every single day, moisturizers, cleansers, toothpaste. You see, when we develop a product, we can't copy anyone. If you and I, Len, wanted to start a shampoo company today, first of all, in 1936, our government granted self-regulation. Nobody regulates your personal care products. You can use any chemicals you want, and believe you me, they do, because it's not about you and your loved one's health. It's about greed and money, unfortunately. But Len and I could start a shampoo company and call it Len and Daniel's Shiny Shampoo, and we could use any chemicals we want. This is as crazy as that sounds. As long as people aren't dropping dead within 2 weeks, or 2 days, we wouldn't be questioned. So we recognized a horrific global problem. Instead, we've seen this huge empty pocket in this $7 to $9 trillion niche, which is a company that makes the products that you and your loved ones use every day 100%, just the opposite. Instead of chemicals as the ingredients index linked to horrific disease and illness, the worst being cancer that kills, a product line with ingredients that are proven to nourish and heal the body when put in it versus make you sick. So that's how Asante Organics really was born. We did very well with the Power Pops, and we came out with the Kids Pops. That was our second product, just a brilliant idea on Michael's part, a multivitamin on a stick. And like I said, did very well with that and took the money we made from the Power Pops to start Asante Organics. And again, I can't go when we developed a shampoo. Let's for just one product, for example. Most people, if they wanted to come out with a shampoo, they'd go grab a bottle off the store, order one online. They just copy it and change a few ingredients in it, put a different scent to it, and go at it and try to market it. We couldn't copy anyone on none of our products, because when you're the first in the world doing what you're doing, you have to start from scratch. Michael's one of the formulators and developers. We have a team of formulators and developers that work with Michael. So when we formulate a product, let's say the shampoo, okay, once it's formulated, now it has to be tested. And not just on Mike and I, but on all races. African American have different hair than Asian people, which have different hair than white people. So all of our products are uni-race and unisex. So now we got to beta test, for lack of better terms, and get these products into all different ethnic groups, men, women, children, and test them. And sometimes we test them and say, well, it's doing this, but it's not doing that. So back to the drawing board. So just to develop one product is very, very costly and very, very time consuming. So, that's basically our story. So this is a very, very incredible and wonderful opportunity for all of our people, because right now at this point in time, you really don't have any. Are there going to be other certified organic health wellness companies down the road? Sure. But right now, you don't have any competition. I'd be out there plowing through the numbers, because that's all this industry is. Every single person you see takes a shower, brushes their teeth, uses these products. So, get out there, and what a cool business where you're not trying to hustle products to people. And, back in my day, you had to be a hustler. You had nothing special. You got to try this shampoo. It's going to make your hair so shiny, full, and manageable, better than anything you can get at Dillard's or Macy's or the hair salon. And, oh, this lotion is going to make your skin so soft and subtle, and it's like nothing you ever used. You had to sell. No selling here. We just educate people about the products they buy every month and use every day on them and their loved ones. And once they're educated, because let's face it, I'm sure we've all run across them. For lack of better terms, there's ignorant people out there. They're fully educated. They've watched 10 Americans, The Toxic Truth. I've spent 2 hours with them. They went to EWG, checked out their products they're using. They're full of chemicals linked to cancer and other serious diseases and those, and they continue using them. You're going to find those. But most people, once educated, what a cool business, are coming back and going, Daniel, oh my God, thank you so much for taking the time to share those 2 videos with me and a little bit of time. I did my homework. You weren't kidding. Everything, my toothpaste, my lotion, my shampoo, conditioner, loaded full of chemicals linked to, just like you said, cancer, neurotoxicity, Alzheimer's, dementia, and autism, and organ toxicity, liver and kidney problems, reproductive problems in females. I can go on and on. So what a cool business. We're not out there trying to hustle some magic lotion or potion or pill or powder. No, we educate people. We don't sell nothing here. We educate people on the products to use every single day. So very cool business, most people, again, once educated, they're thanking you. It's a good feeling. You feel good about what you're doing, because you're truly helping people live healthier lives, and if they're interested in making money, along with wealthier lives.
It's an incredible story. It's an incredible company too. I think those of us who are in the company now and are learning what this company's about are just have fallen in love, and we're all really very enthused. But you were talking a little bit earlier, and you're right too. There's a lot of people out there that you got to hit them with a 4x4, and they still don't get the message. But
yeah, you're going to get those people, and
I don't want them.
Yeah, so let me just touch on something real quick. You're going to get those people. They're out there. You're going to get a lot of them right now, because as we speak, we're still a good year and a half ahead of our time. What a beautiful thing for everyone that's involved here. People are just starting to get educated about the chemicals in their personal care products. You're just starting to read labels, and that's why it's a little tough to do your business now. If you want to say it's tough, I don't think it's tough, but if you're getting pushback, it's because people they don't believe it. They think because it's on the store shelves and in Walgreens, CVS, Costco, they assume it's on the store shelves that it's safe. And nothing could be further from the truth. When I educate people, first thing, well, Daniel, our government wouldn't allow these billion-dollar companies like Johnson & Johnson, L'Oreal, Pantene, Revlon, to put chemicals linked to cancer and liver and kidney problems and Alzheimer's. I go, really? I go, let me tell you about the government. In 1936, they granted self-regulation. Nobody regulates your products because it's a $7 to $9 trillion industry. And, they do this because it's all about this. It's a sad world we live in. where our government puts money ahead, money and greed ahead of you and your loved one's health. It's crazy. And that's why we started this company. That's the whole reason we started this company. We're like, no more. Now there's a company that cares about the world, not just the States here, the whole world, because everyone takes a shower no matter where you live and how much you make. So now there's a company that makes the products for you and your loved ones that do not have chemicals, just the opposite. Ingredients when put into the bloodstream. The skin's the largest organ in the body. Anything you put out, it enters the bloodstream in approximately 26 seconds. You know, we were raised, you are what you eat, you are what you eat, you are what you eat. How many times have we been heard that, right? Our whole lives. And I tell people, you are what you eat. What I teach people all day long is you are what you eat. That's true. And you are what you put on you. Your skin's the largest organ. Anything you put on your skin enters your bloodstream in less than 30 seconds. So you are what you eat and you are what you absorb. And if you're putting chemicals into your bloodstream on a daily basis that are directly linked to causing cancer and Alzheimer's and all this disease and illness for 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 years, good chance you're getting cancer down the road. Good chance you're getting Alzheimer's. I mean, I'm 52 years old. I tell people, if you're old enough, think back 25 years. How many women did you know with breast cancer? And they go, geez, Daniel, no one. And I'll get once in a while, oh, my aunt had it. Did breast cancer exist 25 years ago? Yes. Was it common? Absolutely not. It was rare. Well, how in 25 years did it go from being rare to the latest study out, 1 out of 2 women will get breast cancer before they die? Half the women in the world. Well, I got the answer to that. There's a study out by Skin Inc. magazine that I'd be happy to send to anyone. I didn't do the studies. Again, everything I talk about today, Asante didn't do one study. Our government, medical schools, and hospitals around the world did these studies. But there's a study out. It's only a page long, not 10 pages, like 6 paragraphs. And what it says in a nutshell is 98% of breast cancer patients, when they remove the mass and study it under a microscope, they find parabens and phenoxyethanols in the masses. Let me tell you about those 2 chemicals. They're not in any food you eat, but they're in a lot of your personal care products. So from the time, and these women getting breast cancer, they're not in their 70s or 80s. They're in their 20s and 30s. Now, again, from the time you pop out of the womb, here's the parent massaging in these chemicals into the bloodstream. Not knowingly, no parent would knowingly use products knowing if it had chemicals and linked to cancer and serious disease and illness. No, there's where the lack of education comes in. There's the education part. So not knowingly, but from the time you pop out of the womb, these chemicals are put into the bloodstream for 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 years. Boom, these women getting breast cancer, they're not in their 70s, 80s, 20s, and 30s. And here's how it works. Parabens and phenoxyethanols enter the bloodstream on a daily basis from your personal care products. Those 2 particular chemicals, they like to mass up in fleshy areas. What more fleshy than the breast of a man or a woman? Once they mass up there, they turn into synthetic estrogen and cause breast cancer. Period. Done talking. You can read it to your blue in the face online. What do you think the world's going to do when they know that? 98. So as far as I'm concerned, line up 100 women against the wall today just diagnosed with breast cancer. Pull out 2 of them. As far as I'm concerned, 98 of those people got their breast cancer from their personal care products. The 2 they didn't find them in got it the old-fashioned way, like when I was 25, just bad luck, genes, and genetics, right?
Right.
Right. So, it's a wonderful study done by Skin Inc. magazine. The last sentence says, so please, stay away from any products that contain parabens and phenoxyethanols, both found in 98% of breast cancer patients. So,
yeah,
that's
it's a shocking story. It is really a shocking story, and I think for me, one of the more shocking aspects of this whole story that I've really coming to understand is, and you alluded to it, is the decrease in the age that's happening. I mean, if someone who's 50 or 60 or 70 years old gets breast cancer, and then you can say, well, maybe as people get older, they're getting it, and but we got women in their 20s getting breast cancer.
Absolutely.
Wait a minute.
And the studies are out there. Like I said, the cool thing about the internet, when I was in this industry 30 years ago, there was no internet, there was no Facebook, social media, there was no cell phones. But the cool thing I think too many people sit behind their computer, I will say this, and think they're going to become wealthy from the green movement when it's a wonderful tool but I don't know anyone that's become wealthy in this industry. I know 2 people that became rich, retired, and wealthy, multimillionaires from sitting behind a computer in this industry. And both of them were seasoned network marketers with over 20 years experience and had a personal email list of over 4 million people. So I tell people, unless you're sitting on a personal email list of over 4 million people, don't plan on becoming rich, retired, and wealthy from this industry. You have to, it's a wonderful tool to share your products and business opportunity with the world, but you have to get out there and network and gather and grow. And there's all different ways to do that, which we can do another show on. But in any event, what's cool about the internet, what I really do love, is all you got to do is go to Google and put parabens and hit enter. And so many studies will come up. There's not enough time in a day, probably your life, to read them all. And everyone says the same thing. You know, skull and crossbones, you know, do not put on your body directly, you know, any products that have this ingredient, stay away from, directly linked to causing cancer. Now type in phenoxyethanols, hit enter. And so many studies come up, not one by Asante Organics, all done by our government, medical schools, hospitals around the world. See, we're just a solution to a horrific global problem. And what I teach our field is, that's why I like, it's as easy as 1, 2, 3. And if you want to grow your business fast, just do 1, 2, 3 next, 1, 2, 3 next. Well, what's 1, 2, 3 next, Daniel? 1, go watch 10 Americans and Toxic Truth at livinglifechemicalfree.com. I tell people that'll show you the horrific global problem we have in our world today. 2, go watch GoGreenGetPaid.com. That shows you a solution to the problem with our product line and an incredible business opportunity if you're looking to make some extra money. And 3 is, let's talk. And on the back of my cards, here's my front of my card, okay? But see what it says on the back of my card? That's exactly what you should have on the back of your card. It's as
1,
easy
2,
as
3.
1. Right. So anyone you can talk to, you can briefly tell them what you do. You hand them your card. You go, you know, don't believe me. Just watch those few videos on the back. I promise you to be the best 15, 20 minutes you ever spend. And give me a call. I'd like to know your thoughts. So, you know, don't make it complicated. Don't make this hard. Today, from a business standpoint and aspect, it's just a numbers game. You know, the person who shares Asante Organics products and the business opportunity are 2 separate things. Keep that in mind. Some people are wealthy. They don't need a business opportunity, but they certainly want to use chemical-free and certified organic products because they're educated. So who makes the most money at Asante? I'll tell you who makes the most money. The person who shares the products with the most people every single day and the business opportunity at the end of the month has the most customers and users using the products, the most distributors doing the business end, therefore has the most volume and makes the biggest check. Simple. So simple. It's just a numbers game. And I'm going to share a little story because I see so many people that throw in a towel after 7, 8 months because they just don't understand how this industry works. But it's nothing more than a numbers game. And the story, I want to share this quick little story. So there's a gentleman by the name of Bill Britt. He's passed away now, but he got involved in Amway early in the beginning, like everyone is here at Asante early in the beginning. And when he died, he was worth $60 million. And he was on 60 Minutes or Dateline. This is like 18, 20 years ago, okay? And very kind of funny story, but very true. It really puts it in perspective because nothing's changed in 40 years in this industry. So the journalist says to Bill Britt, she goes, Mr. Britt, what's your secret? What's the magic? You know, thousands of people joined Amway and didn't make a penny, and you're a multimillionaire from Amway. And he chuckled a little bit, and he says, there's no secret. There's no magic. If you want to call it something, call it a work ethic. He goes, I showed Amway to 1,200 people. And out of those 1,200 people, only 300 joined. And out of the 300 that joined, only 85 did anything. And out of the 85 that did anything, only 35 took it seriously. And out of the 35 that took it seriously, 11 made me a multimillionaire. That's how this industry works. You may talk to 1,000, 2,000 people to find, and same here at Asante. And even my friends from the company I come from, they make 150, 180,000 a month. Their check is being generated from 12 people or less. You have to plow through the numbers to find those 10, 12 people that get it. Now, let's take Asante as an example. Let's say you're a platinum here. You don't need thousands or hundreds of good people to make a big check. You need 10. Because if you're a platinum, you're matching those 10 checks. Now, let's say they're just making $1,000 a week, which is really peanuts in this industry, but let's just think small. You're a platinum and you just got 10 people making $1,000 a week. You're matching those checks. You're making 10 grand a week, 40,000 a month. Simple math.
Yep.
You know, it's almost, you know, hard for some people to comprehend. We're going to be the first company in the world that generates thousands and thousands of people around the world making $250,000 or more a month. Oh, come on, Daniel. I go, wait, time out. You got 10 good people. They're just making $5,000 a week. You're matching those 10 checks. You're making 50 grand a week, 200,000 a month.
I believe it. I believe it.
Yeah, it's simple numbers.
It gets me. It's absolutely. I believe it. I believe it's possible, and I believe there's people that are on this webinar right now that are going to do it.
Everyone that's on this webinar right now, everyone that's on this webinar is in so early. They're 6-figure a month income earners. It's just up to you and your work ethic. You don't need a bachelor's degree. You don't need a master's degree. You don't even need a high school diploma. I got friends from the company I was in that didn't even graduate high school, but they had one thing, a work ethic. They worked really hard for 5 years. They haven't worked for the last 25 years, and they go out to their mailbox and get a check for 150, 160 grand every month.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
I believe it. Hey, Laura came over. I know that, Laura, you got anything on your mind you want to ask? Oops, my camera just quit, didn't it? Oh, well.
Yeah, you froze up.
Yeah, well, I'm back. In and out. The question you had earlier, I will answer. So you got anything you want to chat with Daniel about?
You know, Daniel, I was kind of wondering for the moms, you know, the young moms and dads out there who are using certain shampoos, and can you kind of touch base a little bit on why is it that people think that because a company has been around for years that the products are safe? I mean, not that I want you to tell me why they think that, but is there?
Yes.
Is there?
I can answer that. It's a very, very good question, but very simple to answer. Very simple. People just assume because they're on the store shelves that they're safe. And I'll say to people after they watch the videos, 10 Americans, they call me back going, Daniel, is this for real? I go, of course it's for real. That's why Sante Organics exists. Well, our government wouldn't allow that. You know, these billion-dollar companies use chemicals linked to cancer, liver, and kidney problems. No, what about the FDA, Daniel? I go, the FDA regulates food and drug. They don't regulate any of your personal care products. And oh, by the way, they don't do a very good job at that. You know, our food is loaded full of toxic chemicals.
Yeah.
Drugs, pharmaceutical drugs kill more people every year than cocaine, heroin, crystal meth, ecstasy, all combined. So they don't do a real good job at that either. But people just assume because it's on the store shelves, like brick and mortar stores like Costco and Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, that it's safe. They don't think our government would allow these billion. That's the number one thing I get. You know, oh, our government wouldn't allow these billion-dollar companies like Revlon, Pantene, L'Oreal, Johnson & Johnson to use chemicals linked to cancer, liver and kidney problems, Alzheimer's, dementia, autism. And I go, time out. Go do your homework. I have 1936. Our government grants self-regulation. Why? Here's my personal opinion. Everything I stated before is factual research done by universities, hospitals, governments. But here's my personal opinion. It's a $7 to $9 trillion industry, one of the largest industries in the world. That's what 7 billion plus people in the world spend on their personal care products. So our politicians do this and turn their heads because they're getting this on the side. You know, we're not Philippines or Mexico, all right? Those are very corrupt governments. But if you don't think there's corruption in our government, you know, you got another thing coming. Remember that song? Right?
Yeah.
So it's very sad. It's very unfortunate. It's the world we live in. It's about money and greed at the cost of you and your loved one's health. It's pathetic. It makes me sick. And that's why this company exists.
Yeah. Thanks, Daniel. I appreciate
You're welcome. You're welcome, dear.
Hey, we got a couple more people. I'd appreciate it if everyone who's not talking keeps themselves muted up so that we can try to keep the sound quality up here. So who's next? Chris, you came over next. What you got on your mind, my friend?
Daniel, what do you see in the next couple of years of the next products coming down the line?
Well,
Ooh, Chris.
we got so many things up our sleeve. You know, as you know, we're not like the average company. We're always coming out. We don't come out with one product a year. We're coming out with them on a regular basis. So obviously, we're going to have a catalog one day with pet products, you know, cleaners, you know, household cleaners, like for your windows, for your floors. You know, obviously, we just started our makeup line with the lip gloss. The goal is to have all, you know, foundations, eyeshadow, the full face. Because here's the fact. The average woman that wears a full face of makeup, just the makeup, no shower, no personal care products, approximately 200 to 250 toxic chemicals. It's sad. So that's when we're focusing on kind of tough and hard now, because a lot of people are asking for makeup. But eventually, Asante Organics will have a catalog with, you know, we have laundry detergent now. We have, you know, dish soap. Working on one for the dishwasher. Some kind of tabs or something you can use that's all organic. But, you know, pet products, cleaning products, household products, just you name it. There's no reason to use chemicals to make anything. There's only one reason. Profit, money, and greed. They can make a bottle of product. These billion-dollar brands, they make a bottle of shower gel, shampoo, conditioner, lotion for less than $1 with the fancy bottle. The ingredients cost 70 cents. The bottle costs 30. And they're selling in pharmacies and grocery stores around the world for $10, $12, $13, $14. Again, at the cost of you and your loved one's health, while they're laughing all the way to the bank with $2-3 billion a year for the last 30, 35 years. But believe you me, there's going to come a time in our lives when you walk down any shampoo, moisturizer aisle in the world, and you won't be able to buy chemical-ridden products. Because once the world is educated, they're not buying them. See, right now, about 9% of the world is educated. They're like us. They're educated. They will not use chemical-ridden toxic bottles of poison and pour them into them and their loved ones every day. But what they're stating is 10 years down the road, give or take, that 9% is going to be 99%. Simply stating, the world has been educated. Once the world's educated, now I'm an educated consumer. Watch how this is going to work. Business 101. I am educated now. I just ran out of shampoo for me and my family. So I walk into Len's store or Chris's store. I don't care. You can own the Walgreens, the CVS, Costco. I don't care if it's the corner mini mart. I'm going to walk in. I go down the shampoo aisle. Now I am educated. And I look and I have 5 choices. Here's Johnson & Johnson, L'Oreal, Paul Mitchell, Revlon, and 100% chemical-free certified organic. What am I using for my family and I? Simple. I'm educated. I'm grabbing the chemical-free certified organic. Now, as the world gets educated, they're coming in and they're buying that. Okay? Now, these other 4 brands also have expiration dates on them. Now, you own the store. You're throwing cases away in back of this product. Are you ordering more? No. You just lost a lot of money. What are you ordering? What the people are buying. See, there's going to come a day in our lives. See, Johnson & Johnson, Revlon, Pantene, L'Oreal, every brand out there, Paul Mitchell, Nexus at the hair salons, they're all going to be forced to go green. Right now, they've lost 10% of their business. They really don't care too much. But as the world goes green and gets educated, and once that number gets to about 40, 45, guess what? All those billion-dollar companies are getting around the big wood table in the conference room going, well, guys, we had an awesome run, 35 years, but guess what? The world caught on. We have to change our ways. Look at our sales. We're almost down, we're down 40% and rising. We lost going on 50% of our sales. They caught on. They're going to be forced to go green. They're going to be forced to, or they're not going to be on the store shelves, because once the world's educated, they're not buying those products. Not when there's companies making them 100% chemical-free and certified organic. Right now, we're the only one in the world doing what we're doing. Are we going to be the only 100% certified organic health wellness company in the world? No. Is Red Bull the only energy drink? Red Bull dominates 80% of global sales. Now, hopefully nobody drinks energy drinks on this call because there's a lot of bad crap in them. But nevertheless, it's a multi-billion-dollar-year industry. When you go to the energy drink section, there must be 150, 200 energy drinks. Why does one company dominate global sales with 80%? While the other 150, 200 split 20% I'll tell you, it's Red Bull, because 27 years ago, they're the very first company in the world in the product category niche of energy drinks. Now there's 150, 200. Red Bull could give two hoots. They laugh all the way to the bank with 80% of the global market share, while the other 200 split 20. And I'll give you one more example. A company in our industry. Everybody's heard of Herbalife. Sure. Now, a lot of people into taking their herbs nowadays. If you're into taking herbs, does Herbalife make the most potent, best herbs one can buy? No. Did they dominate global herb sales last year with 4.8 billion, almost 5 billion? Yes. Because they make the best, most potent herbs? No. Because 36 years ago, they're the very first company in the world in the product category niche of herbs. History has proven, not Michael and Daniel, history, that any company that has been first in their product category niche has gone on to dominate that niche pretty much through the end of time. Well, you're sitting with the very first company in the world with Asante Organics in the product category niche of 100% chemical-free and certified organic living for you and your family. A $7 to $9 trillion industry. We don't plan on doing 4 or 5 billion a year like Nu Skin, Herbalife, Amway, these 35-year-old companies. We plan on doing 40, 50 billion in the near future. That's a tiny little chip out of 7 to 9 trillion. And there's going to be companies that pop up, you know, like us. But again, history's proven any company first in their product category niche has gone on to dominate that niche pretty much through the end of time. As long as we're all on this earth, I don't care if you're 20 years old, Herbalife will dominate herb sales. I don't know, out of the thousands of herb companies out there, I don't know one that did $1 billion in sales last year. And Herbalife did almost 5 billion. So what a cool thing for everyone in the field to be involved with a company that's first in the world in their product category niche, when history's proven any company first has gone on to dominate that niche, and we're going to dominate the largest niche in the world, one of them. There's very few industries that do 7 to 9 trillion, not billion, 999 million. It's hard to comprehend to make 1 billion, 999 billion to make 1 trillion, and the world spends 7 to 9 trillion on their personal care products. Now, once they're educated like us, what do you think they're going to be buying? So very cool stuff for everyone out there.
It is. It's really awesome. Mario, what's on your mind, buddy?
Hey, thank you for inviting me over. Daniel, I like to talk about, you had done it before, a speech about alkaline numbers and that. Can you kind of just touch upon it? And
About
what
alkalizing?
Yes.
Well, I would, but I think Glenn wants to do a show next week.
Let me tell Mario this.
Okay.
I haven't told you that yet, but we are going to do a complete session on alkalizing 1 week from today.
Oh, okay.
Right? So we're going to do the whole thing. So
Correct.
I don't know, Daniel, do you want to answer the question, a short answer to the question now?
The short answer to the question is, unfortunately, we're all very, very acidic on the inside, and that's really bad. Because everything lives, breeds, and grows and thrives in acidity. Everything from the common cold, virus, flu, to the cancer cell. Remove the acidity and replace it with alkalinity, and it cannot live. Medically proven. Not even the cancer cell can live in an alkaline environment. Dr. Otto Warburg, I'm kind of doing my deal for next week, but I'll cut it short here. But in 1931, Dr. Otto Warburg, he wins the Nobel Peace Prize, proving no form of disease or illness can live in an alkaline environment. 1931. How many of your doctors teach you to alkalize? There's a reason. In Western medicine here, they don't want, if you're not sick, no one's making money. If a doctor taught all of his patients to alkalize, I'm not joking when I say this, he would cut his paycheck in less than half. Because when you go to the doctor's office, what do you see? Achoo, achoo. This person's got a cold. This guy has a virus. This one has the flu. These two people have cancer. This guy has some liver and kidney problems. You know what? If you just alkalize, I've been alkalizing 7 years. Never had a cold, flu, virus. It can't live inside of me. But we'll get more go in depth next week.
Yeah, awesome. Okay, let's wrap up. Our half-hour show is now 46 minutes long, but that's all right. It's fine. We can keep going. But we are going to have Daniel back. So next Thursday, 1 week from today, we're going to do a full session on alkalizing. How does that sound to everybody? So, is there anything else you want to say, Daniel, before we wrap up here today?
I'd like to say one thing to everybody that's involved in Asante Organics and on this webinar show today. You guys mean the world to me. I don't have any children. I tell people, I said, all our representatives and distributors, they're like my children. I truly look at you guys as family, because we can have the greatest products in the world and the best education about how toxic, and it just doesn't matter, because without you, I can't get them out to the world. What good are they? So you guys mean the world to me. I appreciate everything you all do. I am always here for you. I set Tuesdays and Thursdays aside just for my field to do product trainings, to do business trainings on how to build your business. I do 3-way calls for people. I know it sounds hard to believe, but if you got a heavy hitter and you think, oh boy, this guy or this gal they've had 10, 15 years network marketing experience and I think they could do really good. Hey, give them a little teaser, have them watch the videos. I'd be more than happy to do a 3-way call with you. And you say, hey, you know what? I'd like to get you on the phone with one of the owners. They'll look at you like you're crazy. Oh, come on. You mean the top income earner here in the state? No. The top income earner here in the country? No. In the world? No, one of the owners. Because you're not calling Herbalife. You're not calling New Skin. You're not calling Mary Kay or any company and getting one of the owners on the phone because they think they're better than you. Mike and I come from a very poor family. We're raised with a very hard work ethic, and we're not no different than anyone on this webinar. I blow my nose the same way you do. I put my underwear on the same way you do. I'm no different. I just got where I am today, Mike and I, through blessings from above and a very hard work ethic. We have degrees, but you don't need any fancy degrees in this company. So I just love all of you. I can't even tell you how much you mean to me. Being on the same mission as me to first and foremost, our mission was to help people live healthier lives, but also much wealthier lives. We could have just put these products in mainstream America. When we developed this product line, we could have just put them in Walgreens, CVS, Costco, brick and mortar companies around the world. But the reason we chose this business model is this is what made Mike and I who we are today. Really more money than we can spend. From this industry. So we said, let's not give people the same opportunity. Let's give them a much easier opportunity. Because again, when I was in New Skin, my company, Mike and I made it 30 years ago, you didn't have nothing special. There's tons of shampoos and lotions and personal care products. You had to go out there and hustle and, oh, this New Skin's gonna make your hair so shiny, full matte. We don't do any of that here. You have the first in the world product line that, here's the key. Not a luxury product. This is our staples. They're like food. You don't think about eating every day. You get hungry, you eat, or else you die. 9 out of 10 people in the world, they wake up every morning, stretch on, take a shower. We're just going to educate them about what they're using. And most people are calling you back going, gosh, Daniel, I never had a clue. Thank you. What a cool business. We're not trying to, like I said earlier, hustle some magic lotion, potion, pillar, powder, none of that. We're just educating people about the products they use every day, buy every month. And most, once they're educated, they're thanking you and going, gosh, I'll never put this on me or my children again. How can I get the certified organic? So you guys mean the world to me. I'm here to help you. Tuesdays and Thursdays, I leave open for the field. I'll do personal trainings for you and your team. Not like a conference call where I'm training for the whole company. Everyone around the world's on the call. Just you and your team of 15 or 20 or 10 or 12. Tuesdays and Thursdays. So I'm here to help. Feel free to call.
Whoops. Where'd you go?
I'm here. You're frozen up.
The screen went blank. Is everybody still seeing Daniel? My screen went blank.
Yeah, your screen is blank, but we see
Yeah,
Daniel.
we see him.
So, yep.
Well, you know what, Daniel? We're all in the same together because we feel the same way about you. We love you guys. We absolutely love you. We love the company. We love the products. We're the faithful. We're the people. We're going to take this message to the world. And I know you can't see me. That's okay. I don't know what happened. I have no idea.
Right. You're fine. I can see your little face here. It's blinking in front of me. But yeah, you're not live. But that's fine, Len.
It's the camera screwing up. My camera's intermittent. It comes and goes, and fortunately, it came long enough for the show. Now, you understand that Daniel cannot see the chat. So the chat, Daniel, has been just blowing up with accolades, thanking you and telling people, everybody, so many people saying how much they love you and how much they appreciate you. So it's been blowing up with all kinds of really great stuff. There is one outstanding question out there. J-Man wants to know, boxers or briefs?
Boxers.
All right, J-Man, are you happy now? Anyhow, we'll leave it at that. Thank you so much, Daniel. We do really appreciate you. We love you, and I'm so excited to have you come back on next week and talk about alkalizing, because that to me, that's a really important and a huge topic. So love it.
It is. I'm very passionate about that, and I look forward to it. And I want to thank you, Len, for having me on the show today. It's always my pleasure to help in any way that I can. I look forward to next week, and again, to everyone that's on the show today. You know, if I can help you in any way, shape, or form, I'm always here for you. Again, Tuesdays and Thursdays, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I'm meetings, and I'm running a global company but I do set Tuesdays and Thursdays aside. Feel free to call, and if I can help in any way, I'm definitely here for you.
Well, we appreciate that. Let me take 1 second here and remind everybody that Toxic Talk is tonight at 6 o'clock. Toxic Talk tonight is J-Man is interviewing the Queen of Green, Christy. Should be a fascinating show, and so everyone who's in town, show up, please, for Toxic Talk. I will not be in town. As soon as we hang up here, I'm leaving. But hopefully there'll be a replay, because I'm going to miss it. So once again, thank you, Daniel. I think we're all done. I'm going to shut her down.
Thank you.
Here we go. 3,
Thank you, Daniel.
2,
Bye.
1.